There are some persistent askers asking some persistent questions. I thought I'd address those qualms to put those questions at rest. This is not a Question Tuesday or Question Thursday or Question Thursday or anything of the sort. It's just answering a couple of very specific questions that seem to be coming up over and over again. Are you going to keep making daily vlogs after April is over? Probably not, because my life is actually a lot more complicated than the consistency of this vlog lets on. I have a couple of big projects coming up in May, and then in June I'm flying back to the United States and starting an internship, and got some other stuff on my plate, but I do think I would like to keep vlogging maybe weekly, twice a week, every other week. What do you guys think? I don't know how much I'd be able to handle, but I'd like to have your input on that. How would you compare dialects in Arabic with dialects in other languages, like English? This is probably the easiest way to imagine it. Imagine that Latin is still the official, exclusive liturgical language of the Roman Catholic Church, except that the Romance languages have still developed normally in their incredible diversity of vocabulary and grammatical structure and so on, all the way from Portuguese to Romanian, which I think we will agree are for the most part not mutually comprehensible. A Portuguese speaker cannot speak with a Romanian speaker unless they have a common language. So now imagine that not only is Latin the official liturgical language of the Roman Catholic Church, it's the official written language of all of Europe. And that the local languages from Portuguese to Spanish to Italian to Romansh to Romanian to Provençal to Occitan to Catalan are for various reasons not found in written form anywhere. As a result, there's a lot of social stigma attached to use of the local language, and it's privileged and economically incentivized for the official cultured language to be used. That's pretty much the situation that Arabic is in. Modern Standard Arabic is a useful way for people across the Arabic-speaking world to communicate, but it's nobody's native language. All the journalism and most of the literature is done in Modern Standard. Dialects aren't taught in schools, there's no official standardized written form for any of the dialects, and they're the interesting part, and they're what people actually speak. Of course, Arabic is also special because it's a sacred language in Islam that's respected by plenty of Muslims who aren't Arab at all, from Iran to West Africa to Indonesia to Europe to wherever you may be. I hope that answers your question without getting into too much detail. I could be much more complicated than this, but we have a limited time frame here and I don't want to bore you. And finally, what are the theological implications of lighting a cigarette with the light that is not conquered by darkness? Except, you know, when the light that is not conquered by darkness is blown out on a bridge over the Guadalquivir River at 3:30 in the morning. I suppose you could say from a Christian point of view that there is only one source of light and life and goodness, which is God working through his incarnate, resurrected Son, Jesus Christ. And so inevitably some of that good is going to be misused for things like the lighting of carcinogenic cigarettes. I honestly can't think much more deeply into that than what I've just said. Thank you for continuing to watch whatever I throw at the canvas, and I'll have at least one word for you tomorrow. For things like the